this the man who assaulted you?
Yep.
Whenever the news did create the story, the news dug a little deeper about Unk's history and found out that he actually is/was an abuser. Hey, welcome to My People's Truth, where every Friday my podcast dives into the untold stories, unfiltered struggles, and the different experiences that Black people go through in today's society. I'm your host, Ayana Johnson, and we're here to confront the uncomfortable head on. So let me give you the rundown. This homeless man got $400,000 from GoFundMe because this college girl put him on TikTok and he went viral. So the homeless man from DC asked the college girl for something. I forgot what it was. So she ended up going out of her way, getting him his prescription plus food and all that. She ended up recording the whole thing and posted it on TikTok. So the video that she posted of TikTok of her helping the homeless man out went viral. Apparently the people loved him and started calling him Unk. Another woman seen the videos and got inspired, and she created a GoFundMe. So here's her TikTok page. She created a GoFundMe for the man. People of TikTok ended up donating to the GoFundMe that she created for the man, and they end up raising $400,000. And then as soon as he got viral and stuff, people were donating. A white woman came into the picture and saw the videos of him and the internet loving him, and came out of the woodworks and decided to tell her story about how he abused her back in the day. And the reason that she said that she came out from all these years and said that she wanted to say something, she said that he's not indeed a good person, that the internet was trying to make him seem like that, and she's trying to tell the people that he's actually not a good person because of how he abused her. And yes, she has pictures to prove that he beat her up. So the news end up creating a story about this situation. Whenever the news did create the story, the news dug a little deeper about Unk's history and found out that he actually is/was an abuser back then. As you imagine, since the videos were so viral and he people from the internet raised so much money for him, GoFundMe, the whole thing, like the whole company, finds out that he is not as great of a person as I guess people thought he was. So they end up holding the money on their website. So they have not released the money as far as I know. Nobody's gotten the money so far as I know. Not the college girl, not the woman that created the account, but she shared the password and stuff with the college girl. So now she has the password and stuff. So I'm pretty sure she changed it, but not with her and not with him. Since they're holding the money, this is the big question, or questions I should say. Do you think that GoFundMe is wrong for this, for holding the money, not releasing the money to either the college girl or the homeless man named Unk? Do you think that the man should still get the money? And what do you think about the lady that came out years later to talk about the man? What do y'all think about that? Okay, so here's what I think, my perspective on it. I feel very contradicted because I can see both parts of the story. So one, I do feel bad for the lady because of how she has to relive through her trauma with seeing how the internet is trying to pose him as a good person. Like, I could just see how the woman would feel. Like, imagine how you would feel if you're the lady and the guy on the internet abused you and everybody's saying that he's a good person. I feel bad for the lady for having to relive that in some type of way, shape, or form. The internet made her abuser seem like a great person. I can just empathize with her situation. On the other hand, I feel like GoFundMe is playing like a role of God, and I say that of God loosely because nobody is God. I'm saying they're trying to play the part of God, choosing who is good and who is not, who's right and who's wrong. They took it upon themselves to hold $400,000 from a homeless man. Now, I know a lot of people that are still criminals that have GoFundMes that have raised a whole bunch of money, and GoFundMe still have given them the money. So why now? Why would they hold the $400,000 from this black homeless man? Why would they think that it would be fine for them to do that? Was it because, or is it because the news covered their story to cover themselves up, to make themselves look good for the publicity? I think that's the reason why they did that. I personally think they should not hold the money all together. I think GoFundMe should not have done that, even though it would have made them look bad. I mean, yes, it's their company and stuff, and the story got real big once the news posted it and stuff like that. But at the same time, people put their hard-earned money into this. They should at least gave the college girl the money, be debt-free with her student loans for her college. At least she would have helped with that. Or if they didn't want him to be, super rich or nothing, they could have at least got him a place to stay so he would be stable enough where he would get a place to live and wouldn't be homeless anymore. I wouldn't say make him rich, but I'm saying give him a place to stay that's not dangerous, and set him up feel like the money could set him up with a job, a stable job. And then with the rest of the money, they could have helped other homeless people do the same thing, get them a decent place to stay. Now, I'm not saying it has to be the best or the worst, decent place to stay, and then set them up with a job. I feel like they could have distributed that in that type of way instead of releasing it all to the man, or instead of holding it all together and that money just sitting nowhere and going to waste. Like, it could have went towards other things. I'm not saying that man should have got all the money to become rich and all that stuff. I'm saying at least get him out of the homeless situation, because I wouldn't wish homelessness on anybody. Because the man is homeless, I feel like that is his karma already for being an abuser back then. I feel like that's his karma, is him being homeless for so long, however long he's been homeless for, or just in general. Like, I feel like that was his karma. So I feel like I'm not making excuses or something like that, but that the homeless population does have a lot of mental health issues that nobody talks about, and that goes swept under the rug because of how the homeless population is so overlooked. So I'm not saying he does, he could or couldn't have an underlying mental health issue that nobody has diagnosed, because he doesn't have the money to go get diagnosed by anybody because he's homeless. I'm saying, like, there's stuff like that exists in the world today. That is true. That is very true. Mental health issues in the homeless population, they have no help whatsoever with getting the right help that they need. The people that do have mental health issues, I'm not saying he does or he doesn't, because I don't know. But I'm saying the people that do have the mental health issues and stuff like that, they don't get help because they can't afford to get the help. And I feel like that is an issue. I feel like people should do more for the homeless people out there. And I know a lot of people do that, like with food trucks and all that stuff like that. I know this black lady on TikTok that does that, and she goes around and feeds the homeless, and out of her food truck thing that she has, and gives them candy and like gift bags. I feel like there should be more people out there like her to help the homeless population, because just because they're overlooked and stuff doesn't mean that they shouldn't get the things that they need. I feel like people should create charities for that. People that do have the resources should go and try to help the homeless population with their mental health, with trying to find them a job, with food and all of that stuff. And I know there are people out there that already do that. I'm just saying there should be more people doing that, pouring more resources into the homeless population is what I'm saying. I'm your host, Ayana Johnson, on My People's Truth. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next Friday. Plus, guys, do you like my hair? Yeah. My girlfriend retwisted it She'll get mad if I said that I retwisted it. My girlfriend retwisted it for me, and I styled it. I styled it myself. I get compliments every day at work.